What did I lose and what did I gain when I traded in my OM-1s for XS20s? From OM system OM-1 to Fuji X-S20. Hi, it's Peter here, and let's get right into the business. Every time you switch systems or get a new system, there is a lot to learn, and also you always gain something. You buy the camera for certain reasons, you need something. And then there's also the other side of the coin. You will lose something. First, let's start with the things that I gained, then talk about the equal stuff or the stuff that are about the same, and then the things that I lost and will be, don't know, maybe missing something. But let's start with the gained first. The body of XS20 weighs 491 grams and the OM-1 was 599 grams. The difference isn't really that big, but the surprising thing is that XS20 is smaller than OM-1, so I have a smaller package. Of course, we have to remember that the system is slightly smaller if we compare the big lenses. But the lenses that I got, the prime lenses, they're about the same size as the M-Zuiko lenses that I had. In that sense, my system is slightly smaller now, which is a good thing. I like a smaller system. It's still big enough for me to hold really firmly so that it is not too small so that it would be hard to use and photograph with. And I also added the leather case to my XS20 or the other one, which I mainly will be using for photography. That's made it easier to hold, and I've been very happy with the grip or, the look and feel of the camera. And then on paper, battery life. Why I say on paper, because that's always a thing that might change, depends on how you use the camera. I did not have any problems with the battery life on my OM-1. I was able to shoot 700 to 1,000 images. But on paper, the XS20 has a lot better quality, or it can shoot more according to the SIPA test. With XS20, it's 750, and with the OM-1, it's 520. But the thing is that with OM-1, you can get over 1,000 with the power consumption setting on. So it could be equal, but on paper, the Fuji is better. And I did have a big photo shoot with 12 people and individual executive type portraits of each of them. And on that session, I took way over 1,000 images, and I still had more than 50% of the battery life left, so there is no problem with that. So in theory, it is slightly better. And then I gained 6 megapixels, which is not really a big thing for me, but it is. Of course, 26 is more than 20. And nowadays, when you can upscale your images with Topaz AI, I don't see that the megapixel count is that important. But of course, 6 megapixels more is more, so I gained those. And then one thing that is something is the 14-bit RAW files. OM-1 had only 12-bit, and it's not, 2 bits or megabits or a bit. I think 2 bits is not that much, but it is actually, if we look at the tonal scale, there is a lot more information in a 14-bit RAW file versus 12-bit RAW file. And that is, for example, when you open up the shadows and stuff, you might have more dynamic range in that sense. I have not compared them side by side because I don't have OM-1 anymore. I might grab some of my older files and see similar, but it's not the same thing when you have a different image and not the same file, or not the same file, but the same situation photographed at the same time. It's not, a thing to do, I don't think. I think it's better if I had an OM-1 to test this against, but probably I won't because, it's not that big of a deal. And then one thing that I've really fallen in love with Fuji X-S20 are the film simulations. There are tons and tons of different possibilities to adjust the JPEG. I've been using actually quite a lot of JPEG on my street photography sessions with this Fuji X-S20. It can be used straight out of camera. Maybe some vignetting and slight shift with tones, lowering the highlights maybe and opening up the shadows, all that kinds of stuff I might do, but the JPEG is totally usable. There are tons and tons of different film recipes available online, so if you're interested, go check out the links that I have. What are the possibilities? It's endless. And some people have been working with those for many years to find the perfect film simulation. I haven't gone into that deep yet. I've been copying some other film recipes for now because I haven't had the time to deep dive into all the settings that I have on the XS20 what comes to film simulations. But, a lot of possibilities to make a distinctive style or look and feel to your images. And then one thing also is I have found that the Fuji X app is slightly better than OI Share. They're a bit different, but still the things that I've liked is something better compared to OI Share app. First thing is that I can assign or register 2 cameras and probably more if I had at the same time. So when I have the app on and turn on the camera, it will automatically connect to the app. And what's good about it is that when I go out and photograph and I have the app open and GPS enabled in the camera, even though the camera doesn't have the GPS comes from the phone, but it will automatically via Bluetooth transfer them. I don't have to separately do that. So when I come back and update my Lightroom catalog with the new images, the GPS coordinates are already there. And I can actually see them when I look at the photographs I've made. I can see the coordinates on the screen if I want. And that is something that makes it more convenient. And I've been using it a lot more. The downside is that it will eat the battery quite a lot faster. Can't say really how many images I can take, but yeah, it is significant. So you will notice it. So if you use it, have a spare battery or recharge your batteries while having lunch during your photo sessions or something like that. And then the things that really are crucial for me is the open gate 6.2K and higher bit rates in video and 422, which makes it easier for grading. Sometimes I need to do that, not, on these videos. This is something else. It doesn't really need that much grading, but when I'm going outside and but filming for clients, then it's crucial to be able to have as much possibilities to edit the footage. So those are the things that I gained, that I found so far in my photography and videography. I might find something more later when I've been using it a lot longer. This is only a short period of time, but I wanted to make this video now because you guys been asking about my experience and comparing to OM-1, even though this is not a kind of like a review way or comparison in that sense. It's just my, feelings about the different things that I have. And then the things that are quite equal is, for example, the IBIS is 7 stops, and it feels that it is as good as it is with OM system OM-1. Even though some say that it's better in OM-1, I haven't really noticed, or it hasn't made any difference to me, so that I consider to be quite equal, which is a good thing because I would not be able to photograph with a camera that does not have image stabilizing. It's just something that I'm so used to, and so I don't care if the shutter speed goes to 1 second. I just have to be careful when making the image, and that's it. And then look and feel. Both cameras look and feel really good. Both are really good to handle and hold, and of course there are slight differences, but I wouldn't say that it's something is better than the other. They're just slightly different, and of course I need to get more used to the Fuji menu system and the button layouts, even though I wouldn't say that they are worse or better than the other cameras. They're just different. And then that also applies to usability. Both are really great cameras to use, and there is no much difference in usability. It's just, like I said, getting used to. And then, what did I lose? Now, there are quite a few things. And one annoying thing with the Fuji X-S20 is that I haven't figured out how to switch between LCD and the EVF with the button. It's automatically with the sensor that when I lift, and that's something that I'm not very used to. It's sometimes annoying if I want to use the LCD and put the camera too close to my body, it will switch to EVF and turn off the LCD. There might be a solution for that, but I haven't found it yet. If you know that there is a solution, please let us know in the comments down below. So this might be in the equal section after that. I don't know. And then the speed of the camera. And I'm not talking about the responsiveness or anything like that. That's totally fine. But, 120 frames per second with OM-1, I don't have that. I don't even, to be honest, know how many frames per second I can do with this camera because I very seldom need that. I just take one shot and that's it. So I'm not really into that. So in that sense, I didn't kind of lost anything in my practical photography. But of course, 120 seconds and combined to pro capture could be something that I could use sometimes, but since I don't have it right now, I can't. And then the other features, I already mentioned pro capture. I don't have live composite, live ND, or high-res shot on my XS20. But however, I do have OM-5, so I am access to those features if I need them. So in that sense, I can always use that camera if I need those features. Especially live ND and live comp are something that I've been using quite a bit. So that is something why I will be using OM-5 in some photo shoots because I need those features. High-res shot, not that much anymore because of Topaz Photo AI. I can upscale the images 4 times to a huge file, and the quality is top notch. It's not a big deal, so that's not a thing. But of course, having a high-res shot would be nice. I wouldn't mind having that. And then OM-1 has more focusing points. It's at 1053 and this XS20 is only 425, which is of course a big difference. And what I found is that the AF works quite similar. I haven't had any problems with any of the stuff that I'm photographing. But of course, having more focusing points and this cross type would be better. So that is something that I lost when I using XS20 now. And then there are 3 things that are actually quite big and crucial and something that I might regret because of I don't have those. And the one is weather sealing. That is, to be honest, one of the biggest things that, when I was thinking about the XS20, I was hesitating that weather sealing is so important that I really need it. But then this is mainly for my video work, but also I will be doing my pro photography with it. And if that's going to be a problem, then I don't know what to do. Then I might have to buy the XH cameras or XT5 for those moments, which of course would be a bit stupid to just buy a camera for the rainy weather. I don't know. Sounds really crazy, but that is the downside. And that is the biggest thing that I'm a bit afraid that might kick me in the back someday when I go out and shoot. And then another thing that is related to professional photography is that XS20 has only 1 memory card slot, which is something that could be fatal someday if I have a memory card failure. I haven't had any, except few micro SD cards on a drone has failed me. But yeah, having 2 memory cards in a camera is crucial for professional photography. So there is another thing that I might regret. I hope that nothing bad happens. But, there are two types of memory cards, those that are broken and those that aren't broken yet. And then the biggest thing is the EVF. OM-1 has a stunning 5.76 million dot EVF and very bright and really good. And XS20 has only 2.76 dots or megapixels or whatever. Yeah, megapixels, not dots. And that is a huge difference. The EVF isn't very good. And now I'm used to it and I know that, okay, there is some details in the dark, even though I can't see it from the EVF, which is a bummer. And that is something that I hope Fujifilm will, improve in the future because it's no good, to be honest. And sometimes I had to check it from the LCD, which is okay. That's a lot better. So there is a thing, but still, when you see really contrasty and not very sharp image in your EVF, especially in the dark conditions, it's not convenient. So that is something that I'm not saying that I'm regretting, but it is something that I would like to have differently. Am I happy with my Fuji X-S20s now? Yes, they have been serving me well, and especially the film simulations are so nice. I really enjoy that, and having also a black mist filter will make that image a lot more, or the look and feel of the image is very filmic, which is in a way kind of funny. Why not shoot film if you want some filmic look? But I still have the convenience of digital, and it looks a lot more natural and not more filmic when you have the black mist filter. Of course, you could do that with OM-1 too, but you don't have the similar type film simulations, which you can see. And of course, you can see the effect when you're looking at the viewfinder and LCD, how the image will look with that particular film effect or film simulation. But I will make some more content about XS20 while I learn new things. And if you have any comments about the things that I said, that maybe I've misinterpreted some of the things on my Fuji camera, because I'm not very experienced with it yet, even though I've been using it for my professional work and for my video work for about 3 to 4 weeks now. But there's a lot to learn, and maybe I find some new things that I've lost or gained, or here is my videos about me getting this camera, the reasons why, and all that. You might want to watch that if you're wondering why I made this move and bought these two XS20s. But hey, thanks for watching, and bye for now.